Welcome to Kaleidoscope of the Soul, a space where we look at changing patterns, shapes, and colors of our life's forces, continually shifting energy. Host Lynne Juneau is a psychic medium and healer who uses her gifts of clairvoyance, clairaudience, and mediumship to bring insight to her clients and illuminate their life's purpose. Using symbolology with colors, numbers, ribbons, billets, and more, Lynne helps to facilitate healing and closure within her work. Kaleidoscope of the Soul reminds us that we are a cosmic rainbow of breathing life, creating infinite and beautiful soul complexities of expressions and hue in every moment. Now, here is your host, Lynne Juneau.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the wide world you are. Thank you for finding your way here, especially this week since I mixed up the links a little bit. My bad. I can just tell you that I'm a much better psychic than I am a geek. Can you relate, folks? Oh my gosh. Who knew you'd have to be a geek to be a psychic these days? Thank God I have our wonderful producer, Kelly Brickle, in the background watching. She's got my back every day. So welcome to Kaleidoscope of the Soul, where even the looks, you got to turn around the right way, where even the slightest adjustment, the slightest change in your viewpoint changes the whole picture. Yes? Okay. So today I am excited to be sharing Rune Stones with you and readings from those. And in the meantime, I just want to give a shout out to the Sacred Spiral Network and all my wonderful hosts there. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook, and at noon today, my wonderful colleague, Jennifer Rose, will be on Embracing Infinity with the fabulous Nigel G, and they will be talking about telepathic breakthroughs. I'm telling you, folks, there's not been a more exciting time in history to be open to psychic things and the metaphysical, because it's exploding. It's wide open, folks. Isn't that something? Okay, so want to give a special shout out to Heidi Gall in Boulder, Colorado, who does so much to help promote me and the other programs here. And she caught the fact that I had sent out the wrong link. Heidi, many thanks to you, sweetheart. And also in the house, I see my buddy Arnie Layton is here. Woohoo! And Vivian, yo, Evelyn, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, and who else did I see? Mike Hall was here earlier, a friend of mine from the Seattle area, from Burien, okay. And I don't know if he was able to stay on, but I do see Arnie Layton is still with me. So thank you. Appreciate your support. So what else? Want to let you know that I am available for one-on-one private readings, and I have a new website. I'm so excited. For a long time, I've had lynnejuneau.com where you could find me. And we needed to do something different on my website. So I am now at lynnejuneau.net. Okay, look for me there. My readings are very reasonable, and I offer 30 and 60-minute readings, budget friendly, okay? And my grace and my pleasure to do that. Jennifer Rose, see? There she is now, the lovely Jennifer Rose. Catch her at noon today, okay? Oh, Mike Hall is still here. Woohoo! Thank you, Mike. All right. So, and the readings I do one-on-one include mediumship, psychic guidance, oracle cards, ribbons, flowers, crystals, and now also runes. Thank you, Vivian. What a sweetheart. Vivian is a lovely lady herself over there in Hawaii. Aloha. And there's Susan. Thank you for joining. All right. So today I will be getting into readings after I give you some background on the runes, because part of what I like to do here, and I've gotten lovely feedback about doing a little bit of education before I jump into these readings. Okay. And so they will be psychic readings only, not mediumship today, because that's a different energy. And I am still getting accustomed to the runes, to just be very transparent. Okay. So think of a question. It can be pretty general, but make it simple, if you would, please. Make it a simple question. There's Evelyn and Kim Princess. Woohoo! Hello. Okay, think of a simple question, and when I'm drawn to you, which will be a little bit later, okay, I will do a 3-rune spread and try to get a wonderful answer for you, okay? So, what are runes? What are runes? Well, the ones I'm going to be reading today look like this. This is a rune stone, but the rune itself is the symbol on there. All right. So when early man and woman, when they were starting to communicate more effectively with everyone, we did drawings first in caves and whatnot, hieroglyphs, pictographs, ideographs, and that's not very efficient. So as people were trading more and more and trying to communicate with each other, they started developing symbols, which eventually became alphabets. All right. So back around 100 AD to 500 AD, the Germanic people developed runes, these little symbols, and all these fabulous little symbols that are just very simple drawings, and they became an early alphabet. All right. These symbols they would carve into pieces of wood, jewelry, clothing, rocks, caves, and eventually these took on their own energy. Just like if you think of a Star of David or a Christian cross, how much emotion and how much energy, how much ritual have those symbols, involved. And eventually runes took on an energy of their own. Okay. So they've been used for divination, like doing readings, and rituals in numerous cultures. All right. So I am not an expert in runes. As you can tell, what happened was I had an absolutely beautiful set of these rune stones tucked away in a drawer, and the other oracles I used called to me more strongly. And the other day I was looking for something new to share with y'all, and I thought I'm going to explore runes. So on Kaleidoscope of the Soul, I'm not always an expert in things, although the ribbons are mine, right? And you get to explore this with me, and I've gone into a bit of the history and the background on these things to educate myself and to share it with you. Okay? So these runes, these particular runes I'm using are the originals, okay? They date back again to 100 to about 500 AD, and they're called Futhark. Elder, like older, Elder Futhark runes. And there are 24 of them. They are the precursors to the Viking runes that developed a little later in the 9th century, and they got reduced from 24 runes to 16. And those are the ones that ended up being used more by the Scandinavians and the Viking people, and it became very much a part of their culture. So between 100 and 500 AD or CE, whatever you'd like to refer it to, the Roman Empire began to collapse because they had spread out way too far over Europe and Africa, and the various peoples just started doing their own thing and trading and communicating with each other. And so The runes were actually a bit of an alphabet, and they were the primary writing system of the Germanic people, northern Germany, and it started traveling up into Scandinavia. That's how it got there. Later on, the runes started being used in Poland, the Ukraine, Romania, all over Europe. Yeah. Okay. And in about the 12th century, the Roman Catholic Church came more into power, and they didn't want the various peoples being so independent, and they brought in their own Latin-based alphabet and started suppressing the runes. Too late. All the Germanic people and the Scandinavian people had already started using them in rituals and divination and putting them on their buildings and putting them on their jewelry and having a great time with them. And these runes, as I said before, have a power of their own that they've taken on over time. Oh, Heidi, I have German in my background too. Achtung. On my mother's side, all the way back to the boat on Ellis Island, I have German on that side, and a bunch of other stuff on my father's side. English, Scottish, Irish. I'm a Heinz mix, but a lot of German in my background, okay? So Heidi says a few years ago she was very drawn to runes. I really have not been, and that's a puzzle to me. I'm not sure with my German background why I wasn't, but hey, now I'm exploring it, right? So the runes are like any other tool that we may use to connect better to our psychic ability, to connect to source. It's another tool, okay? And although the symbols have a certain amount of power of their own, like any other tool, divination tool, whether it's tarot cards, oracle cards, whatever, it's best when we obtain these to infuse our own energy into them, cleanse them, like smudge them with burning some sage smoke around them, and cleaning them up and really making them your own. Maybe even putting them by your bedside for a few nights, okay? The Germanic people and the Scandinavians also put a big emphasis on what materials they used. They would go to a special tree or special rocks they would pick because they recognized that the materials they made the runes from also had their own energy. And we all know about energy here. I'm assuming you all are hip to energy, right? Okay, so I start exploring my runes, and let's see how well you can see that. See, there's two layers there. There's a blue calcite layer underneath, and then it's not amber, but a bit of a plastic composite on the next layer, okay? I start looking into these, and what these runes are comprised of. There's a little bit of sparkle in them. I don't know if y'all can see that because maybe not real clear, but it's a crystal called 7 stone. I said, what the heck is 7 stone? It's a rare and potent crystal mainly found in this one area of Brazil. And it's a composite of amethyst, coxazenite, goethite, leporochrosite, clear quartz, smoky quartz, and rutile, okay? These all work together in a very powerful synergistic combination, okay? It's a powerhouse of spiritual and healing potential, okay? That's part of what these are made of. There are little blue lotus flower petals embedded in this also, and these enhance spiritual experiences. I go, okay, that's pretty fascinating. And this blue calcite layer at the bottom is a stone of emotional intelligence, tranquility. It amplifies energy, but it also facilitates spiritual growth, often used in rituals, connecting to the higher realms or seeking divine guidance. And the blue calcite is seen as a bridge between water and sky and between earthly experiences and celestial wisdom. Woohoo! I bought these runes at a psychic fair in Oklahoma, and somebody put a lot of thought and a lot of energy into these. Okay. Vivian is asking how many is in a set. That's a good question. Traditional Elder Futhark has 24 runes, but my set has an extra rather controversial rune called the blank. So the runes I will be working with today, there are actually 25 of them. There's 24 basic ones, and the Viking runes only have 16. Okay. Yeah, it's a rabbit hole to go down sometimes, isn't it, Evelyn? Oh, yeah. Okay. And Heidi's talking about bind runes. Yeah, that is what it's called when you combine different runes. Actually, when you combine two runes physically together. Would y'all like to see one? Would you like to see a bind rune? Does that look familiar, anybody? Anybody seen that symbol before? That's Bluetooth. Wow. Okay. So in the late 90s, when they were developing Bluetooth, there were two groups of geeks who were trying to get together and combine communications protocols. They were trying to get computers to talk to cell phones. This is the late 90s, right? And one of the guys on these teams was reading a book about Norwegian and Danish history, and it included a very famous, very beloved Danish king, King Harald Bluetooth, who united the dissonant Danish tribes into a single kingdom and introduced Christianity into that region. So these two teams of geeks were trying to work together, and they decided to use Bluetooth as their temporary name. Eventually it became permanent. And this is actually two runes combined. See that B? These are from the Viking runes, not mine. Okay. So it's Hoggle, which looks like an asterisk, and that B is Bjarken, and those are the king's initials. Okay, so it's an H and a B combined. It's a bind rune. How powerful has that symbol become? Amazing, huh? Okay, all right, folks. I think you probably had enough of a history lesson here today. Wasn't that fun, though? The readings I do today, hi, Sarah. I'm going to be doing readings 3 runes each. Please think of a simple question. Sarah has runes. I knew some of you would be familiar with them. Okay. Pick a simple question. I'm going to draw 3 runes, and I'll show them to you. The middle rune is going to have to do with the heart of the matter. What are we really asking about? Okay. And the second one is going to have to do with the circumstances leading up to it. And the third rune will be guidance as to how to go forward. So no mediumship today, folks, just a nice, more simple psychic reading. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with my friend Charlene Shaz, because she is traveling today and I don't know how long she's going to be here. So Charlene, medium extraordinaire and then some, and my dear friend, Charlene is asking about her career going forward. Okay, so I'm going to draw the first rune for you, Charlene. Send me some energy, and this one is going to be what's at the heart of the matter. Okay. This is new to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off camera. Kelly's probably going, ah! Okay, Charlene, your career going forward. Okay, that's the first rune we have in the center. I'm going to put this over here for now. And y'all are going to have to bear with me. This is new to me. And Okay. At the heart of the matter is number 10, okay? And this rune is called Now These. I'm sorry, I'm reading off of something so darn small that I need a magnifying glass. Oh, here we go. This has to do with delays, restrictions. Oh, the main keyword for this, Charlene, is need, okay? Delays, restrictions, innovation, self-reliance, endurance, survival, okay? So what this is talking about is you may be experiencing some frustrating delays and things not going forward as smoothly as you would like. You're feeling like you're ready to launch. The number for this is a 10. That's a number 1, okay? But you have very strong will, Charlene. I know you do. And this is a bit of a test of your resilience. And so, and it's encouraging you to be innovative, to think outside the box a little bit, okay? So it does feel like you're going to have some challenges and some delays and a bit of frustration, okay? So let's see what conditions have been leading up to that, okay? Okay, so just behind this, the conditions leading up to it. Okay. This is a rune called Awaz, number 13. And this has to do with strength, reliability, trustworthiness, enlightenment. This is number 13, a sense of purpose, defense, and protection. Charlene, I know you've been going through people challenging you and trying to interfere with you, and this has to do with you needing to protect yourself and your energy. Yes, yet again. Sorry, dear. Let me see if I can get even more information on that, because this is not, okay, this is one of the more negative runes, okay? But it also has to do with transformation and the passing of one type of energy in your life, transition, transformation, life cycle. This also has to do with the sacred tree of life in Norse mythology, the death of outdated beliefs, healing, and transformation. All right, so what's going on with you, my dear? You're experiencing delays caused partly by being challenged and in some instances attacked by other people, and something that you're already aware of. So guidance going forward, what wisdom? Okay, what wisdom do the runes have? This one is Sowilo, the sun. Just like in the tarot, this is one of the very best runes. Here you go. Here's your ray of sunshine you need after this challenging news, right? Folks, bear with me. This is too small to read here. This has to do with honor, success, goals, achievement, good health, wholeness, the life force, power. You're stepping into your power, Charlene. You're going to be okay. These challenges are going to strengthen you like going to the gym and working that muscle. As annoying and frustrating and difficult as some of these trials have been, this is going to turn out well. Your guidance is to keep being positive, to honor yourself, to look at the goals you have achieved, take care of yourself, and stay in your wholeness. All right? So, I'm glad that that energy turned into something more positive for you, Charlene. Thank you again for joining Kaleidoscope. Always appreciate you, my dear. Mwah. Charlene Shaz, you folks watch for her, okay? Oh, Sarah, thank you. Sarah likes my hair. I can tell you where to get this purple if you're interested, Sarah. Thank you, Vivian. She likes the interpretation of the runes. Whoa. See, you folks, you get to take this exploratory journey with me. I hope you're having fun. Oh, Carrie. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Carrie's frustrated because she feels like I read for the same people all the time. Well, shoot. Carrie, pose a question to me, dear. Let's read for you next, okay? Let's see if I can redeem myself a little bit. You're welcome, Charlene. Okay. Carrie, what is your question, please? Question or subject? All right, Carrie, if you're still there, I'll be happy to read for you. Susan wants to know, can the runes reveal their wisdom? Susan, I would say that meditating on each rune and asking for more wisdom and information will certainly work. And I'll be testing that in the days to come. Okay. I don't see Carrie. I think maybe she got frustrated and left. Okay. Okay. Susan wants to know about her new pony. Okay. Susan, let's go to you next. Yeah. Vivian likes my laugh. You know, they say you're not supposed to laugh at your own jokes, but why should I miss a giggle? I think I'm hilarious sometimes. Okay. Susan wants to know about her pony. Okay. I'm sorry, Susan. I'm trying to go back to your exact question. And Sarah, I will get to you too. She just wants wisdom about her new pony. Okay, Susan, please weigh in. Let me know if you're still here. And all right. I'm not seeing Susan, even though you see the comment there. So let's go to Sarah and see if Susan with the pony comes back next. All right. Sarah Steiger. All right, Sarah. Oh, Susan's still here. Shoot, I'm sorry. Isn't that crazy? All right, Sarah, think of a subject or a question. Susan wants to know about her pony. Wisdom regarding her new pony. All right, this is what's at the heart of the matter. Oh, good. Oh, I just read this one. This is the sun. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay. Wonderful rune here, Sowilo, which has to do with success, goals achieved, health, wholeness, the life force, and power. So how would that relate to your pony? Is your pony getting enough sunshine? I don't know if you're in the UK or where you might be, Sarah, and you would think that animals would get plenty of fresh air and sunshine, but maybe he's in a stall, maybe he's in a confined area. But there is a message about awakening with this rune. If you've been struggling with the dark night of the soul, this represents warmth, restorative, healing energy, so you can move. Okay, here's what I'm sensing with your pony. I'm sensing that things are mostly well with your pony, But do you ever do animal Reiki for your horse? Okay. Animal Reiki is one thing I see being recommended, and your horse being out, your pony being out in the sunshine. Hi, Eva. There's something about the sunshine that is really at the heart of this. And I feel like your pony is happiest being out in the sunlight, and I hope you have access. Okay, it's a new pony she's rescued. Oh, it's Susan Kramer. Oh, hello. Oh, Susan is a wonderful horse whisperer. Okay. Ah, thank you. Susan understands this. Okay. So this is what's at the heart of the matter, is that your pony needs, that's funny, your pony needs cheering up. Like the sunlight needs to be brought into this pony's thinking and energy and attitude. Like, oh, your pony has been through a dark night of the soul. Oh, no wonder. And you're that, oh, Susan, you are that wonderful spark of sunshine that's come into the pony's life. Oh, fabulous. Let's see. Susan, send me some energy. This next rune is what has led up to this? What has led up to this? Oh, the blank. Oh, you're the first person I've read the blank rune for. The blank rune is the place where things are getting ready to form, getting ready to manifest, right? A little bit like the womb, a little bit like the quantum field, right? This has to do with, oh, your pony's had a very hard life. Yeah, she's depressed. She's depressed right now. A lack of what led up to this? A lack of love, a lack of contact. It feels like your pony was in isolation for quite a while. This blank is known as, the Nordic name for it is weird. The weird is the weird rune, or Odin's rune. And it has to do with the unknowable aspects. You've been trying to discover what you do not know about this pony. That's why you've been exploring past lives and her past, yeah? Because there's quite a bit you don't know. This also can represent a clean slate. So my sense, even from that one remark you've made, Susan, is that you're working with your pony to clear up past emotional baggage. Our animals have it too, right? And you represent that clean slate, and you've taken a leap of faith in rescuing this pony. How lovely. Okay, let's see. Guidance going forward. Send me some energy, Susan. Oh, that one just stuck to me. There's that B of the Bluetooth, okay? And this is one of the 8 divinity runes. I forgot to mention, there's 3 ites, or 3 groups of 8 of the runes. They're kind of like suits in the tarot. This is one of the divinity runes, and it's called Berkana. It has to do with the birch tree and goddess energy, fertility, birth, growth, liberation, renewed arousal of desire, a love affair. Isn't that an interesting rune? Susan's been doing cord cutting meditation and release some energy. Okay. Your next mission, Susan, should you decide to accept it, is to get this poor damaged pony to finish falling in love with you. Okay. There's going to be so much love between you and this pony going forward. And you're a very loving person anyway. I know this, Susan. That love is going to rescue your pony. Not a doubt in my mind. Let's see what other information I can bring forward for you. I know, folks, I don't have all this memorized, but never mind. It'll work anyway, yeah? Okay. So birch, Berkana, new beginnings. Not surprising. New beginnings. Unlike some runes, Berkana represents a gentle rebirth or renewal. Rebirth. Your pony has a new life with you. It can suggest healing, growth, or change coming or needs or healing that needs to be done. The conscious decision to manifest something into the physical plane. So you already know this, Susan. Whatever your intentions are as you're working with this pony, that's what's going to manifest. And that trust and that love, I have absolutely no doubt, will be building, but the indications are that it's gradual. So patience needed, my friend. Susan Kramer, thank you for working with me. I didn't know that was you there. Okay. Fabulous. Okay. Awesome. Who else? Who else do we have today? Deanna Cherok, I have not seen your name before. Aaron Paduano. Aaron, are you open for a reading? Aaron, if you're open for a reading, please give me a subject to focus on or a question. Aaron is new to the program. Hi, Kay Weezy. I see you. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. Sarah. I promised to do Sarah next. I'm telling you, doing this stuff in an altered state is really something. Okay. Sarah next, and then Aaron, if he's open to that. Sarah, do you have a subject for me to focus on? Marie, DC. Sarah, give me a subject, please. And Eva is open. Hello, hello. Okay. Okay. Aaron, you're going to be next after Sarah. Sarah, love. Okay. Sarah wants to know about love. Aaron wants to know about family. Okay, let's do Sarah first. Love. It's all usually finance and romance, right? With Sarah. Okay, what's at the heart of the matter? Sarah's love life. Okay, this little rune sticking to my fingers. This one I know. This rune is ice, also known as Isa in Nordic, and it means a pause. Challenge, frustration, psychological blocks. This rune reinforces other runes around it. Oh dear. Okay. So there have been some blocks in your love life. Oh dear. I'm sorry. Loneliness is epidemic in our society right now. And Sarah, as much as you feel that you want love and that you may be ready for love, look within yourself and see if the blocks you're sensing are internal or external, or maybe both. Okay. And this is number 11. Let's see what other wisdom I have coming from that one. And this is at the heart of the matter, is feeling blocked and feeling like the big pause button got pushed on your love life, right? It means being frozen. It's ice. It's the time when you're unable to move forward. This could mean spiritually, or no, this is literal, and it has to do with relationships. It's an indicator that things have been put on hold. And also, I feel that you have a lot of concern about your boundaries, that your boundaries have been overrun before in other relationships. Oh, there's the block. There's the block. Okay. So Sarah, what's at the heart of this pause in your love life? I feel, oh, your birthday's number 11. Oh, there we go. There's that divine synchronicity. Yeah. Okay. So look within yourself, please. That's the guidance that there's something keeping you from moving forward. Obviously, time to go within and see what that's about. Boundaries is what I feel that it's about. My sense, Sarah, is that you've put things on pause unconsciously because you're afraid of not being treated well, of having your boundaries overrun again. How common is that? Yeah. So let's see what else. What else has been leading up to this pause? Okay. And this is the one we have leading up to this, which this rune is called Rido, and it means journey. It literally has to do with wheels and wagons, which is all they had back in the very primitive days. Yeah. A journey, an evaluation, making the right move, the dance of life and decisions. You're on a bit of emotional journey right now. Oh, and this is events leading up to this. Have you recently moved or taken a trip, Sarah? Okay, Sarah is saying she was abused badly. So whether you mean to or not, Sarah, you've got your walls up, it feels like. All right. And this is a journey of the mind and heart, but I also feel that you made a geographical move and or took a trip recently trying to get better perspective. Yeah. Okay. Tell me if that journey relates to you in leading up to this. You left a bad relationship, it feels like, and it feels like you also moved, changed your home. Yeah. Hi, Jennifer McCormick. Okay, and guidance going forward for Sarah in her love life. This one. Okay, so we have this. It looks like this is one of the divinity runes in that last row. Tirwaz, which means sky god, the god, the father god of the sky. Honor, justice, authenticity, integrity, leadership, knowing where one's true strengths lie. Okay, so your guidance going forward, Miss Sarah, is to be your true, authentic self, accept that you are enough. Easy to say and harder for a lot of us to do, right? You are enough going forward, and to bring your spirituality into this, because this is also part of your spiritual evolution. Sarah did move. Her mom passed and she moved into her own space. Sarah, condolences, our condolences and our love and healing to you on losing your mom. Oh, there's part of that dark night of the soul. Yeah. Okay. So this has to do with finding your strength and knowing where your true strengths lie, because you do have them, Sarah. You absolutely are a strong woman. And it's time to take an inventory and see exactly where those are. This is the warrior god, Tyr. It symbolizes determination, doing the right thing, persistence in the face of obstacles, and detached discipline, unswayed by the pull of emotion, self-mastery. You need to reconnect with your power or purpose and become your own leader. And that's not to say that it's absolutely appropriate to go through your grieving process, but it will also honor your mother, to find your strength and your determination as you go along. Yes, Sarah? And she said, yes, she is enough. You lost your mom and your dad? Oh my goodness. All right. Bring forward that warrior woman in you. Okay, Sarah? She's there. She's taken a couple of punches to the gut, but she's there, isn't she? Isn't she? Blessings to you, Sarah. Thank you for joining me and letting me read for you. Okay. Okay. Next, we have Aaron and Jennifer McCormick. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. There's Stacia from San Diego County. Woohoo, Stacia. All right, Aaron, did you hang in there? And Jess Walton's in the house. Thank you for joining. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. This delay in the delay in getting to you, it's a little crazy sometimes. Okay. Oh, Sarah likes me. Sarah Hick likes my hair. Welcome, Sarah. Lotus of Serendipity. Hello. Welcome. Okay. Aaron, I need you to weigh in again, please, if you're still here. I don't have a heck of a lot of time, so I'm going to try to get in a couple of more. I'm not doing mediumship today, Kay Weezy. I'm only doing psychic readings, my friend. Try one of the other shows, of which there are many, as you know. And Aaron, there he is. Okay. Oh, Stacia likes my outfit. Thank you. Aaron, I was hoping to get a subject from you, please. Let's get you in here. Okay. Got my hand in the runes. Aaron Paduano. Did I say it right? I get points if I pronounce those difficult names right. Aaron, pick a subject, my friend. Quickly now, quickly. Y'all remember I'm at lynnejuneau.net now. That's my new website. Check it out. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. Aaron. Okay. Aaron, I don't see a subject matter from you, but I am drawn to a rune already for you, and it's, I believe this one is the letter H. Yeah. Hagalas. Family. Oh, you did give me one. Thank you. I'm sorry. Altered state. Family. Okay. Hagalas. The forces of nature, which are sometimes disruptive, destructive. Oh, I don't mean to be really negative, but it is. It's this is about family, and it seems like there has been disruption, a lot of disruption and confusion, and a lot of back and forth stuff going on, and that is what is at the heart of your question here today about family. Some discord, and please tell me if that's on track. Tell me if that's on track, please. And that one is the number 9, which is like the end of a cycle. It's the end of that first row, having to do with wealth, material possessions, success, and health. So have you also been having financial challenges within the family? And I think Aaron is saying yes to that. Okay, I misspoke. This is the first rune in the second tier having to do with transformation. So this is the second ite. And this is, again, Hagalas, which means hail. It's like a hailstorm. Aaron, have you ever been in a hailstorm? I have, especially the ones in Oklahoma and one I was in Montana. Whoa. Hailstones, they don't have to be very big to be really potentially destructive, right? It also represents being tested, and it's sometimes symbolic of the dark night of the soul. Depending on where you are in your spiritual journey, this could be a time for shadow work. If you don't know about that, Aaron, it has to do with wherever we are blocked or fearful or have negative stuff stuck inside ourselves. Whatever, everybody has a dark side, okay? You think I'm all sweetness and light? Oh no, I speak bitch as well as the next woman, I guarantee you. Michael Christopher, welcome. So time to do some shadow work, Aaron. Also a good time to pause and contemplate things from a different viewpoint before you move forward. All right. It can feel like a descent. It represents in Norse a descent into the underworld. That's what's at the heart of the matter. Health and wealth. Okay. Money challenges. Boy, a lot of us have those now. Okay. So what else is leading up to this? Okay. And what's leading up to it is this rune, which is shoot. Oh, folks, I'm twittipated today. I'm not finding this one. Yikes. That is so strange. Isn't that a great rune? Oh, Yara. Oh, here we go. It's called Yara, and it represents year or harvest. So what's leading up to this is you've planted a lot of seeds in the past, like within the last year, and you've been waiting for these to bear fruit. It has to do with peace, prosperity, a fruitful harvest. Everything changes, the cycle of life. So this is what's leading up to it. This feels puzzling for you, like if you felt like you had everything lined up and settled and things were pretty much okay. And see if this resonates with you. All of a sudden you're having financial challenges and stuff going on within the family. And listen, there isn't anything too much more disruptive than money problems, okay? And not to tell on you, not to out you, but the security in your family that was there before seems to be a little less than it was. Considerably less, or it wouldn't be at the heart of the matter. Okay, I hope you understand that. All right, Aaron, guidance going forward. Aaron. Thank you, Susan. Aaron, are you still in the house? Oh, good. This is the rune that has to do with elk. Okay, and this is in the second row, having to do with transformation. This is called algies in Nordic, pronounced algies. It has to do with protection, shielding, warding off evil, a protective urge to shelter oneself or others, defense, warding off evil. You're wanting to protect your family. You're determined to take care of them and find whatever shelter, physically, money-wise, you can find for them. You take your role as a man in the family very seriously, I feel, and going forward, you're being encouraged to find whatever backup, whatever protection you can, energetically and financially for you and your family. Let me see if there's any other wisdom to bring forward for you on that one. Number 15, algies. Okay. Algies, the elk. If you think of the wonderful rack on a nice big male elk, okay, sense of protection, stand your ground, or do what you need to do. It may also come up that you need some extra help from the gods when facing a challenge. Defense, protection, grounding, and strength. Aaron, we're all going to affirm right here, right now, that you find your strength and able to go forward. Okay? Your heart is in the right place. Your intentions are in the right place. Okay? Thank you for letting me work with you, Aaron. Thank you for joining the show. Miss Kelly, I know we have another show coming up at noon. Everybody, Jennifer Rose is going to be interviewing Nigel G. about telepathy. Let me see if I have any more time. Miss Kelly, do I have a couple of minutes? Or do we need to go? Susan, thank you. Thank you. I didn't say that. Aaron, you have good guidance. Okay, good. All right. Kweezy, you know what? I'm drawn. Lotus of Serendipity. What a sweet. All right. Kweezy, let's draw a rune for you. Okay. You're very welcome, Aaron. I hope that was helpful. Know that we're all going to be sending you some positive energy to get you through this bump in the road. Yeah? All right. Kweezy, let's see. What is this? Isn't this a cool rune? Now all I have to do is find it. Awaz. Awaz has to do with strength, reliability, trustworthiness, enlightenment, a sense of purpose, protection, and defense. Okay, it's number 13. Is that a lucky number for you, Kweezy? If it hasn't been, I'm hearing from Spirit that the number 13 is going to come into play for you more and more. Watch for that number 13. And this has to do with transition, life cycles, transformation, and the passing of old, outdated ideas, healing and transformation that follows knowledge. Okay? So you're being encouraged by Spirit to let go of old ideas that don't serve you anymore and embrace the new ones that are more positive that do serve you. Okay? So, Kweezy, look for that 13 and focus on that. I think that will be really helpful to you, my friend. Okay. Vivian, you are full of good ideas. Hey, Kim Princess. Let's do a reading for the collective, shall we? Because I could only get to a few of you here. However, you know, I'm on Kaleidoscope twice a month, usually every other Friday, but watch for me because we vary it a little bit. Evelyn, you sweetheart. Evelyn thinks I could grab a handful of pebbles off of the sand at the beach and read them. Okay, so if you sign up for private readings and keep watching my shows, you know I do ribbon readings, right? I do ribbon readings. I read flowers. I read crystals. And now we're doing runes. All right, folks, send me some energy. Oh, Heidi, bless you. Bless you. Reading for the collective. This one stuck to my finger. Okay. That one. Oh, it's the first one. Oh, shoot. Fehu. Nordic. Fehu, okay. Wealth. Oh my gosh, this has to do with cattle. All right. In olden times, okay, think back to the times of Christ, 100 to 500 AD, for example. If you had cattle back in these primitive cultures, you were rich. You had a source of food, okay, maybe milk, you had clothing. If you had cattle, you were well off. So this has to do with material wealth, with financial security. And what a wonderful message for the collective, right? Abundance, wealth, security, fertility, prosperity, success. Hey, we'll take that, right? Okay. And let's do another rune leading up to it, since this is for everybody. What's going to lead up to this, pray tell? We've got that letter B, you know, part of the Bluetooth symbol, y'all. Berkana, which is in the last row, having to do with divinity, the goddess, fertility, birth, growth, liberation, renewal of desire to move forward. You know what this is about? This is about people getting liberated, okay? We're in a time where people all over the planet are demanding to be liberated. Human beings don't want to be slaves anymore. more. And this is what is going to lead up to more prosperity for everybody in the near future. May not quite be here yet. I'm going to check my bank account when I get off camera, okay? All right, and guidance moving forward. Is the H, okay? And this is Hagalas, hail, okay? The liberation that we're heading toward may involve some hail, may involve destruction of old features. It may look like a hailstorm. It may be a storm, but I feel it's necessary. And what's at the center of it is a better distribution of the world's resources and wealth for everybody. The old structures gotta go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for that? Okay. From the bottom of my heart, love to all of you. Thank you for joining. Look for me again in about 2 weeks on Kaleidoscope of the Soul. Stay tuned in about 45 minutes to catch Nigel G. and Jennifer Rose on Embracing Infinity. Thank you, Kelly Brickle. Thank all of you, and I'll see you again soon. Love to you all.